Check it out. This is Mr. Royce of Royce Media, and I'm putting together yet another video. I want to speak on something that my guy, Man of Tomorrow, go subscribe to his channel. He puts out great short videos, a lot of powerful content in a small package. Love the brother. Another SYSBM guy. But he was speaking on the subject of anchor babies. And I felt like I needed to elaborate on the subject of anchor babies. When we think of anchor babies, we think of the immigration discussion comes up, and what's spoken about frequently as anchor babies is babies that are had by people who are not naturalized citizens of the United States, but they come to the United States to have children in order to cement ties into the country, and the baby is an anchor. The baby would be the first generation American because of how our laws are structured. That's the common conversation. Now, there's another type of anchor baby that is not discussed as much in the context of anchor babies, but yet it is still a very important piece, and it has a lot to do with the single mother situation, the unwed mother situation in the U.S. I really don't like saying single mothers because there's some women who have children, they're widows, some women who are single due to their husband's line of employment. We see a lot of this in the military, where, you know, she's single in one sense because her husband is away working, but she's not without key support structures. What we're talking about is the unwed mother. And a lot of these women become unwed mothers because they have a baby in an attempt to either save a relationship or to keep an attachment to the male party in that relationship. These are anchor babies as well. See quite a bit of them out there, and you know, it's a situation where it can be rough on all parties involved, but especially that child, because if that child can be born out of resentment, and you know, have a hard time because the two adults that were involved in the creation of that child don't get along. So it causes a lot of stress throughout that child's life. So making anchor babies is never a good thing to do, you know. But again, like I said, it's pretty common, especially in the U.S. You know, being forthcoming, I was an anchor baby, you know, and man, you know, it's not the best situation. You know, a lot of men wind up with, in the words of Edward Anderson, a financially transmitted disease. You know, being stuck and being attached to a woman that they may not be able to get along with by virtue of a child, you know. So, you know, my view of the situation, something's got to change with the laws, especially since we have this premise of we have this idea of her body, her choice. Well, anything that comes out of her body should belong to her and her alone, you know. But, you know, right now, because You need to keep making people to keep the system going, and you need a way to fund the system. You know, it's done by the government by way of child support, because a lot of that support don't really go to the children. It goes back to the various entities of the government structure. So, you know, you have what you have. You know, so you not only do you wind up tethered as a man, not only do you wind up tethered to a woman you don't get along with, and possibly to a child you may not want or be ready for, but you're also tethered to a government who is in your pocket for the next 18 to 24 years. You know, so, you know, I say all of this, I say that to say this: be careful where you put your seed. You know, in the immortal words of Kitty Gakare Jones, carefully choose your Stargate. You know, carefully choose who you put your seed in. You know, because you don't want to be attached to a woman you can't stand. You don't want to be put in a situation where you are the parent to a child you don't want and can't afford. Because if she has a child she can't afford, she'll get help from the government. You'll get jail. If she has a child that she doesn't want, there are several ways to where she can relieve herself of that child and get off pretty much, you know, free. She won't have any financial or parental responsibility to it if she's willing to take the steps. You as a man, once that child is created and you are found to be the other parent, you don't have the same rights. So, you know, move cautiously, and basically don't be out here having unprotected sex with women you don't intend on marrying. You know, in fact, you shouldn't have unprotected sex until after you get married, because, you know, free agents are free agents. You know, just like she got you, she may have 3 other guys. And, you know, what she does with her vagina is her business until you two enter into a contract of marriage of some sort. You know, be it a private one or be it a government contract. So, you know, move carefully, gentlemen. Don't get yourself stuck with an anchor baby. This is Mr. Royce, Royce Media. Like, share, and subscribe. Get in the comment section. I'm out.